Alright, hello everyone. I'm outside with you right now, and I just wanted to invite you guys to our Valentine's Day week at Glorious Global Apostolic Church. Did I introduce myself? By the way, my name is Angelina Ajujor Z. Only Angelina Ajujor. Yes, absolutely. Pastor of this house is Pastor Sibon Ajujor, and the First Lady is Mrs. Ivy Ajujor. Come visit us. We're at 845 High Hope Road in Lawrenceville. Go ahead and come and visit us. We're gonna have a great service this week. We're all about love, and yeah, just come and enjoy with us. I'm just gonna be asking a couple of people about what they think about Valentine's Day and how they feel about love. You know, the mushy gushy stuff. You know, the stuff that nobody likes to talk about. You know, come on, let's go. So hello.
Hi. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Can you pause me? I feel so professional.
It's okay. So, in the spirit of Valentine's Day, I'm just gonna ask you a couple of questions. I want you to be comfortable. Don't be nervous. Be yourself.
Okay.
So, when you think of the word love, what comes to mind? What emotions evoke from you? Is it like happy? Is it upset?
Okay, love.
What are the emotions?
Okay, my emotions is like, you know, like my cracker was about to start. I was about to start acting something. But you know, love is very, it's hard to explain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like love, you know, love when it's love. I know that's kind of hard, but you just have this feeling like, ooh, I care, even though this person pissed me off, even though that thing pissed me off, like, I still love it. You know, I still care, even though whatever it does, you know what I'm saying? I still love it. You know, throughout all the trouble, all the pain, you still are attached. You know, you still come back to me. But I feel like love is.
Okay. So, tell me, when do you feel the most love? Like, what makes you feel like, oh my gosh, this person loves me?
Hey, I don't have nobody loving you.
Okay. I mean, is it that you love on yourself?
Yes, that's the thing. Like,
okay.
I love myself. Why wouldn't I love myself? Look at me. I love myself. I dress myself nice and I'm presentable. I'm the walking trophy of God. Why would I not love it?
All right, true. I like that answer.
I'm making God rich. Look at me.
All right. Bet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so, okay, how do you feel the most loved by your family?
When I come to you know,
or is that a touchy subject?
It's not even touchy because African parents are different. That
love is different.
I love is different.
It's strong.
It's a strong type of love. It's like their love. I don't know if it's like from generations. Like they didn't know how to do affection. They didn't know how to be affectionate. So it's like it's hard to see. Do they love me, or they're just doing it just because their parents and they're supposed to do it because this is right, or is it like real love? So, everybody knows like your parents love you, but it's actually like for African parents, it's like kind of hard to know when certain things.
So, what is something like maybe like your mom does that you're like, oh man, she was really thinking about me. I love that about her.
Okay, I know this woman prays for me. This woman prays for me. I feel like her prayers are what is keeping me alive right now.
Right.
Like
We all need a praying mother.
Okay. Her prayers is what is motivating me. Like even though I don't see her praying for me, I just know deep down inside she is praying for me. And the way she sacrificed her time, that's how I know she loves me. Like if I call mom, I need this right now. Like she will stop whatever she's doing and she will do it. So that's how I know, especially, and so does my dad too. Like if I need this, dad, like this, and they give me advice too. Like they motivate me. Yeah, don't look at other people. Like do you, be who you are, be who God called you to be. That's how I know that they love me.
Now what about your siblings? I know that's different.
You know, sibling love is a different type of love. It's giving very much like, I don't like you, but deep down, you love me. I love you. Like, why would I not love you? But it's just like at the end of the day, it's same. It goes like same with the parents. Like you guys got each other's backs. Like regardless, if anything happens, like your sibling will be the first person there they got your back. So that's how I know. That's how I know.
And the final question, how do you think God shows you love?
Oh, the fact that I'm standing here and sitting here doing this right now is love. The fact that we are glowing, it's love.
It's the glow for me.
It's the glow. The fact that, you know, I'm able to even speak, like, you know my past.
Girl.
And now, that is love. That is love. Like, if you guys know me, like, my past and now, God has showed love. Definitely.
Now, how do you show God's love?
You know,
I know sometimes I feel like sometimes we be forgetting God, like, he's like, yo, I want some love too.
Exactly. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I love God. I've been loving God. I'm showing God love. No, I'm being realistic. Listen, there's sometimes I don't even want to, who is God? I don't want to be here. I want to cover my ears, but I try. God knows my heart. I try my best to apply pressure the same way he applies pressure, but at the end, God's pressure is way too much pressure. You can't beat that pressure. But you know, I try to show God love by appreciating him, being thankful for where I'm at right now, appreciating every little thing. Like, God, thank you for even letting me buy this wig now.
Right? Not the wig.
The whole wig. Thank you, God. Like, yeah. So definitely, like I said, I'm still growing in faith, but all I know is I love God. I'm worshiping God.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right, so thank you, Miss Yolanda. It was a great interview.
You're welcome. Thank you. Love you too.
All right. Hello, Mrs. Jasmine. Can we just take a minute to like appreciate how beautiful this woman is? Like, wow, I'm just loving it. I am loving it. Okay. So, in the spirit of Valentine's Day, I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions. Just get your mind as to see how you feel about Valentine's Day, love, the whole 9 yards, you know? All right. So, for starters, when you think of the word love, what comes to mind? What emotions are evoked from you?
That's a good question. That's a good question. So, you said what does when you say love, what do I think of?
What comes to mind? Like, how do you feel? What is the feeling that comes when you think of the word love?
You know, I feel like that's an interesting question, just because, like, I feel like in terms of social media, like that's what I think of first, and what I guess social media presents as what love is supposed to look like in terms of, you know, like different couples and stuff like that. But then I feel like if I try to turn it around for myself, it's kind of like, I feel like I'm more familiar, or like in terms with something like familial love and like love for your friends and stuff like that, and not so much with like romantic love, which I think of more connected with social media.
Right. Okay. So, like, now that we're talking about family, you brought up family.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I can't think.
How do you feel the most love by your family?
I can't think.
Like, is it something that they do for you? Is it like, is it a matter of like, when they think about you, like, is it like service?
I think it's something like that. I feel like it's
like,
usually
is it encouraging?
Yeah, I feel like it's usually encouraging me, and then also like, you know how there's situations where like you're not with them and stuff like that, but they'll, you know, be thinking about you and doing stuff for you to make things easier and whatnot. So I think that's definitely at the top for me, and also just when we spend time together, because I feel like, at least for me, there's not like a lot of things to do. Like, even when it comes to gifts and stuff, it's like, yeah, that's cool, but like I don't need stuff like that from you.
Okay. So my next question. Okay. How do you show God love?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I feel like it's interesting just because I don't think of it in terms of showing God love, but it's more like, I don't know. That's a good question. Because now that you're asking me, I don't feel like I do like take those steps to show God love, because I feel like, excuse me.
So we had to bring it outside and change our location, but here we are. We're gonna continue our conversation. I think we were talking about how you feel the most loved by your family. Like, what do they do? You said they're very encouraging. We all need encouraging.
Yeah.
Mom and dad. You know.
When it comes to some topics, you know.
Yeah.
You know how parents can be, but yeah. And definitely, I was talking about you know, situations when you're separated and, you know, they go out and do stuff, and stuff will remind them of me, and they'll, you know, do different things just to make life easier for me and stuff like that. Yeah.
All right, so let's go back to, how do you feel God shows most love to you? When do you feel the most loved by God?
I feel like that's, yeah. I feel like the situations where like I know for a fact like I only got through this because of God, and I feel like that's the most that I feel like, you know, he loves me and he cares about me, because if not, like, what did he bring me through all that for?
Right, like, God, you did that.
Yeah.
You was really thinking about me. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't know what I could do to reciprocate, but thank
that
you.
right there. It's the reciprocation.
Right.
Is a little, yeah.
But I really think he just wants your time. Honestly, that's it. I feel like that's the way God will feel the most love from you, is just giving your time. So yeah. All right, I think we're all done. Thank you so much, Miss Jasmine.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, thank you.
Girl, let me hook you up.
Again, for the beautiful face.
Yeah,
I
thank
mean,
you.
golly.
Thank you. You fine.
Okay.
You know how people are like, I'm one of those people thankful for COVID because of the face mask, because it hides your facial expression. Well, I've been told mine is in my eyebrows, so you can still see. So
I'm leaving that part in.
so.
Okay. All right. So today we have our beautiful Priscilla Ajujor. How are you today?
If this video, the camera was not on, I'd be like, great, but it's also.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll make you comfortable. By the way, this is my lovely sister.
Hi.
Okay. All right. So in the spirit of Valentine's Day, I just have a couple of questions for you. It's nothing hard. Very, very easy. First question: when you think of the word love, what comes to your mind? Like, what emotions are you filled from you?
God.
God. That's
That's it. And it's not even because of who I am, or, well, yes, that's because of who I am, but what I meant was not because of mom and dad.
Right.
Because we hail from a pastor
Right.
and first lady, but it's not even about that. Maybe starting off it would have been, but I've come to a point where that's me.
Okay.
And I've been through enough to the point where I have come to the conclusion it's God. So love for me, it's God. My whole life, the love of God is what has sustained me. Okay. You know, and it's funny you say that, because just yesterday I was watching this video. We were playing YouTube songs, whatever, and it paused, and these kids says, I think it's Zephaniah, and they quoted it in kids' language, and they said, His love, God's love, will calm all your fears. It says God's love will come, and that I paused and I was like, wait, what? And I feel like I've heard it before, and I went and I looked it up. I think it's Zephaniah 3:17 or 1:17. Don't quote me on that. I think it's something. Okay. Yeah, it's like 3:7, Zephaniah 3, something like that. And I went and looked it up, and that's what it says. But they translate it in kids' language, and it says, His love will calm all your fears. Yep. And that's true for me.
Very true for me. Piggyback off of that question, how do you show love to God?
I show love to God in my praise. I show love to God in my worship. I show love to God in my lifestyle. I live for God. And it goes back to not because of who my parents are. It's what I've become. I'm trying to not get deep here.
Yeah.
But okay. I'm trying to not get deep here. But I show love to God. I've come to the point where He is all I know. He is all I care about. He is all that matters to me. I live and breathe because of Him. I've come to the point where I know that I cannot function, like literally, I can't function without Him. When I'm able to get up and go, sometimes I don't know how I make it to work and back. Right. Drive to work and back.
Autopilot.
Like, and sometimes you go through things and you're like, man, and somehow you make it back and forth. And to me, It's His grace that's carrying me, that's helping me. The pastor was saying something today. Think it's you. You think you made those steps yourself, but then when you look back, those footprints are not your footprints. They're His footprints. He carried you, but you were going through so much that you didn't even know He was carrying you. But when you think about those times when you don't know, how did I make it from work home? I remember getting the car, starting the car at work, but I don't remember the journey. I just know that I've arrived at home, and I don't remember the journey. Because you know how you can remember the journey, like how somebody cut you off, how you maybe run the red light, but don't run the red light. You know, sometimes you make it from point A to B. You don't remember how. You don't remember the journey.
Right.
He carried you. He carries me every day. He carries, especially during those hard times. He carries me. There are times when you don't feel you can even sleep. You can even fall asleep, but you're able to fall asleep. That's me, and I'm not preaching. I'm not quoting anybody. That's me. It's things that I've heard. Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm living that. So I show love for God by just doing what I know pleases Him in my own small way. It's not much, you know. It's not much, but in my own small way, I showed love for God in just doing basically what I think will make Him smile. What can I do today to make God smile?
Okay, that's really good.
I don't always succeed.
Oh.
There are some days, no, but there are days.
Guilty.
I think, you know what?
Please.
Yes. What can I do today to make God smile for this? What can I do today to make God smile? You know, for me, it's about pleasing God, and you know, there are so many times we try to please people, but you know, we've come to know you can't please people. You can try, and you end up failing than making it.
Right.
But I've come to, if I please God, I don't care.
Okay. So, as a mommy, when you feel the most loved by your children, by the way, they're very cute. I'm the auntie, so I'm biased, but they're very cute. Anyway.
When do I feel most loved by them? Believe it or not, every day.
Every day.
Because those two people, I call them my heart and my heartbeat. Literally, like every day, and I can't say how many times through the day. I love you, mommy. I love you, mommy. I love you. And sometimes I feel like I hear it the most when I need to hear. When I need to hear the most. When I'm really struggling with something. When I'm having a hard time. When I'm sad. When I feel like I'm failing. When I feel like I can't make it. When I'm literally sitting there, I'm like, God, help me. Like, Holy Spirit, help me. I can't do this. Help me. I can't do this. I don't know what to do. Help me. Like, you know, you go through things and it's like you feel like you can't even breathe, and you're just literally just asking for help me. Because in this struggle, I don't want to mess up in this struggle. Because sometimes we go through struggles, and the struggle causes us to mess up and sin against God. That's one of my fears. And while I'm struggling, I'm like, God help me. Those two people, somehow, I love you, mommy. You're the best mommy in the whole wide world. And I would hear it. They tell me so many times that it's become, you know, I almost don't want to believe it, but I believe, because they're kids, they can't lie.
Right.
They're too little to know how to. They like constantly. So every day. Every single day, multiple times every day, I feel loved by them. They are like the little people that God's using to keep me going. Yeah.
Okay. I think I had one more question for you. Oh yes. How do you show love to the people around you?
So, well, you know, my life, I go to work and I come to church and I go home. I don't really do much else after that. So work and church. So I would say the place that I interact with people more is the church, and at work. I want to say that the church doesn't count because we're all smiling and laughing and dancing together. I want to say that doesn't really count. But at work, this is me, and this is me. So what I notice about myself is that God causes me to see the good. It takes a whole lot for me to see the ugly, like in people. It takes a lot. Like if I'm sitting, I'm talking to you, and I'm like just seeing like it's it's taking a lot for me to get there.
Right.
But God causes me to see the good in people, and I don't mean like oh, if I see a murderer, I see, oh, he's a good man. I don't mean that. I mean like you go to work and you see somebody having a bad day and they're feeling awful about something. God causes me to see something positive. Somebody will be talking to me and upset about something or crying about something, and God causes me, in the midst of that, He causes me to see something positive. And I will say that. And that's what I get, and I didn't know this. I was doing this so much, but this is what I got at work, that I always see the good. Like you only see the good. And I noticed it was my gift.
Yeah.
To just see the positive, to just see the good. Sometimes I see somebody now say something and they don't feel that way at all. It's like seeing somebody, you're like, you look so beautiful today. And a lot of times that's the day that the person feels like Oompa Loompa. They don't like feel it at all.
Yeah.
Like that's the day that they're like they just don't feel it at all. And that's the day that God causes me to see that. Wow, and I'm like, wow, you're so beautiful.
Yeah. Well,
And so I to answer your question, I because God causes me to see the good in people, or to see the good in situations, I easily compliment. I easily compliment, or even if I don't, it's something just like, hi, just say hi, how are you? Just, are you okay? Like I easily compliment, like even like I see a fellow lady and it's not nothing. He just causes me to see that, and
right.
I easily compliment, and sometimes a lot of times it puts smiles on people's faces. I'm not faking. I don't know how to fake very well. Okay, it goes to my eyebrows. You see it in eyebrows. I don't know how to fake very well. If I tell you, I was like, wow, you're beautiful. I mean it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. I can lie, but you can see it in my face that it's not genuine.
Yeah.
But I just easily compliment somebody or something, like, and it's straight from my heart. And I don't think it's me just trying to make them feel good. I think it's God's way of putting a smile on somebody's face.
Check on me too. All right. Thank you so much. It was great. You see, it wasn't that bad. Thank you.
Thank God for the shades. Bye.
I mean, I guess. Okay. I mean, hello everyone. This is my brother, Peter Ajujor. Welcome. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, so in the spirit of Valentine's Day, I just have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
All right, so my first question for you is, when you think of the word love, what types of emotions are evoked within you?
For feelings of love.
Yes.
Okay, what type of emotions come to me? It can be different emotions. It can be being vulnerable. It can be being open, silly, funny, serious, just being comfortable with people that you love.
Okay. All right. Okay, so when do you feel the most loved?
Random acts of kindness. Just because. Peter likes plantain chips, so here's plantain chips just because. Not because it's my birthday or because it's Valentine's or because it's Christmas. Just because Peter likes some plantain chips. Here you go, Peter, I'm South African, so I thought of you. Random acts of kindness. Yes.
Okay.
I'll just show up quality time too.
All right. How do you show love to God?
Worship songs. Worship songs for me.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very short and concise. I love it.
What?
All right.
You don't go into details about it. Yes.
All right. When do you feel like that God shows you the most love? Or how do you think He shows you love?
The people around me, and where He's brought me. I know 2021 was rough for a lot of people, and was rough for us to, but like, just to look back and see that I still have my job, I still have friends. I don't know anybody directly that passed away due to COVID. Everybody is still there. People who had COVID, they've recovered. Job has been great. Got promotion. I moved. A lot of great things happened. So for me, I would say, it's been good. Like, just the main thing is the people that have been there, are still there. So, and they're consistent and they're healthy relationships. So thank God for all those things and those people.
Okay. How do you show love to everyone else?
Same thing. Whatever the need is. Like I said, some people is, picking up the phone, checking on them. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? It can be quality time. Let's do something. It can be doing this. I'm sorry, am I out of the shot? It can be just whatever the need is. Yeah, it can just be feeding somebody. Because one of my friends just up and just said, "Do you have any food?" I'm like, that's the only thing you call it. Just, when you're hungry, just when they call. It's like, hey, if you don't do enough, like, you hungry? Yes.
You have food, I will come.
Yes. So, but it's just, yeah, so those things, that's a must.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. See, it wasn't that bad.
I didn't want to be in the
Thank
cold.
you so much.
I didn't want
Brought
to
that pizza.
I didn't want to be in the cold for
Thank
too
you
long.
so much.
Thank you for keeping this short and sweet.
Anyway.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Which side do you prefer, this side or you want the other side?
I look good regardless.
Sir. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so here we have our brother Clint. All right, sir.
Hello.
All right, so I'm just going to be asking you a couple of questions. Want to talk to you about Valentine's Day. So in the spirit of Valentine's Day, I want to talk to you about love and your thoughts on it. Okay?
Okay, for sure.
All right, so when you think of the word love, what emotions are evoked from you?
Oh man. Think about the word love. You feel dang, it's undescribable almost. When you think about the word love, the type of emotions that come to my head is happiness, is fun, it's flamboyancy,
Okay.
it's just an emotion that just arousement. It's just undescribable. It's just a feeling that makes you feel good.
Right.
It makes you feel good.
Okay.
That's all it is.
I heard that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when do you feel the most love?
When do I feel the most love? Oh man.
Like, what type of person are you? Are you a words of affirmation? Are you like receiving gifts? What are you?
Oh man, I feel the most loved when that is a great question. When do I feel the most love?
Like, do you feel the most love from your friends or your family?
Definitely.
Or is it like self-love out here?
Definitely the family. Definitely the family. Obviously, I love myself tremendously because
I'm mad that you didn't say that first, sir.
Yes,
I mean,
yes. Obviously, you gotta love yourself first and foremost in order to even love other people. But I definitely feel the most love from the family, just on a day-to-day basis. Even sometimes you could almost feel like they love you a little bit too much when they're bothering you a little bit.
Enough.
It's like, okay, I get it. They come to you, always want to be around you. Another one. Always want to be around you. Always want to just have that connection with you, that one-on-one connection, and they just love what you bring to them. Bring into their lives, the type of energy that you bring into their lives. So yeah, for sure.
Okay, so when it comes to God, how do you show Him love?
Oh man, how do I show God love? I would say number one is listening to his signs, listening to when he speaks to me, listening to the visions that he'll give me. No, I'm not on a day-to-day basis, but just when it comes, I feel like I show that love to God just on an everyday basis when I just follow in his ways, follow in his followings, in his I don't want to say rules. It's not really rules, but it's just
He gave you free will. So.
Yeah, I gave you free will to do whatever. So it's more of just following in the footsteps on what it is to be a Christian on a day-to-day basis. I feel like that's how I show love to God.
Okay. So how do you feel? When do you feel the most loved by God?
By God. I feel the most loved by God when maybe I'm trying to do something that I'm maybe unsure about, or maybe I'm going down a certain path that maybe I know isn't really good for me, or
Right,
maybe
right,
it's,
right.
it's
We've all
just
been
a
there.
temptation that's just,
Right.
it feels good in that moment. And then something goes left, you know.
Right.
And it's like,
He said,
oh!
now you know good and well.
But out of nowhere, when you think it's over, when you think it's wraps.
Right, there's no point of return.
I'll pull you out.
Exactly.
And show you, yes.
Okay, Mr. Preacher Man.
I'm here. That's when you know, like, man, like, there's no escaping him. No matter what I do, he's always there.
Right,
He's always there. He is, you know, or no matter how bad the situation I put myself in, you know, he'll still save me.
Right. True love. That's
True
it.
love.
True love. I love that.
Indeed.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Clint. It was nice interviewing today.
Thank you.
Hope you had a great time. All right.
Absolutely.
Stay blessed.
I appreciate you for allowing me to come on the platform, and shout out to all my fans.
Oh, your fans.
Shout out
Okay.
all my fans.
It's a wrap. Goodbye, sir.
Yeah.
Hello. This is my lovely one and only, the replica. You know, born in the same stomach. We were in the stomach, came out the same day. No, this is my twin, Angela Ajujor. I don't think I introduced myself as well. Angelina Ajujor. How are you? Okay, so how are you today?
I'm doing good. It's cold, but I'm good. You know,
It's cold.
I got the sweatshirt, but I'm good.
All right, so as you know, Valentine's Day is coming up. So in the spirit of Valentine's Day, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. And I wanted to ask you, for starters, when you think of the word love, what type of emotions are evoked within you?
I think love. I think about like, oh, you know, there's God's love. There's, you know, the 4 different kinds of love. I don't know which ones
I
they
thought
are.
it was 5.
There's a couple different ones, but I don't know which ones.
Keep adding them, okay?
But I know there's 4 different loves. When I think of love, I think of like friendship. I think of like siblingship. I think of I don't know. I think of a lot of things. I think of self-love. That's something I'm taking time to really learn and remember. Self-love, and so I feel like it is like a couple of different things. But love, I feel like at the core is probably just showing yourself attention and showing other people attention. And so I feel like in some sense it's just showing the people around you, whether it's like marital, whether it's same thing, significant others, siblings, you know, family members, whatever it is. I feel like it's just showing each other attention and showing each other, just acknowledging, hey, I'm here, you're here, let's just acknowledge each other in this whole mess or in this weirdness that is life. So yeah.
True. All right, so let me ask you, when do you feel most loved? You feel most loved by me? I mean, come on.
No,
Wow.
I do. I feel like I feel most
Exit
loved.
interview. I'll just play.
I mean, but I feel like I feel most loved when I'm eating. I enjoy food.
Food.
Wow. I feel most loved.
Wait, so is it as in you getting food for yourself, or somebody thought about you and said, I got you something to eat?
I will say it's when other people give me food or some other people remember me. I feel like it's definitely like you extended yourself a little bit. It was just like, oh wow, like you thought about me. You really didn't have to. You could have just been you and your food and, you know, just us. But it's really just like, I think it's just that extra thought, you know. You didn't have to. You extended yourself a little bit, and it was just like, oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for people who forget themselves a lot. When that other person does it, it reminds you too to remember yourself and other people.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not sure I answered the question. I think I'm mostly loved, yes, when I'm eating, but I think I'm mostly loved when I'm talking to God, because it shows me a reflection of Him and myself. So I feel like the most time I feel loved is when I'm talking to God.
Ooh, yes. Yeah. Okay, so to piggyback off of that, how do you feel like you show God love? Do you forget? I mean, I feel like we all forget sometimes, but
I definitely be forgetting. He's definitely merciful.
Yup.
But I feel like I show God love.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I show God love when I remember that He's asked me to do something and I do it. It's like, all right, you asked me to do it. I don't want to think about it too much as like obedience, like, oh, He told me to do it, so like, okay, you're doing it, and it's like some kind of like, you know, above kind of thing. I feel like it's like it's like I remembered Him. You know, He asked me to do it. Let me do it. You know, He asked me to
So be a little kinder to someone today. To not worry so much about my issues. Just embrace yourself.
Guide
Embrace
yourself.
him, and just, you know, do what he asked you to do, because it matters a lot more than you realize.
All right, so let's see. How do you show others love?
Honestly, I think I show others love when I choose to understand them.
Ooh.
I feel like a lot of times
Pause. Let me interject. When I tell you this one, she can understand. Oh, Jesus. She's my favorite person to talk to. I can't tell you. My absolute favorite person. And this one, she's funny. Wow. She doesn't know, but she's funny.
But anyway, I feel like yeah, definitely for me, I think something that I've been graced with is just to like step into the shoes of other people and be like
Empathy.
Yes, where you're coming from. And sometimes it helps me too, because I don't know, stepping in other people's shoes, it just gives me a reflection of just like the way that God created people, all of the different kinds and types of people and relationships that you individually have with each person. I think just that understanding of just like, hey, I understand you right now in this moment. Even if you're mad at me and you're upset with me, I'm allowing you to have that space. I'm allowing you to be upset and just be like, okay, it might be at me, but something about that is just like, let me just understand you for a moment and just stand there in the space. You're upset, let's work through it, let's get through it. I feel like that's how I feel.
When do you feel anyway, we're gonna wrap it up, okay? So that's all. Thank you so much, Angela. Thank you for braving this cold weather with me. I don't do cold, so you know.
I don't mind. I came prepared.
And I mean business right now, okay? I mean business. I don't do no jackets.
None at all.
I don't do cold.
Bare legs. I mean, that's both.
All right, so thank you, and we just want to wish everyone happy Valentine's Day, and I hope you have a great one. Mwah. All right, it's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching with us. Thank you for being here. And like I said, come visit us at 845 High Hope Road in Lawrenceville. We start service at 1 p.m. This is going to be a great service this coming Sunday for Valentine's Day. So please, by all means, come with your friends, your loved ones, your boo thing, whoever, heck, your side piece, you know? All right. Come through, just come and worship with us, come be with us, come have a great time with us. Thank you so much for watching us and getting to know a couple of our members. All right, my name is Angelina. I'm signing off. Thank you. As wait, go.
Just the way the hair is doing.
Oh no, go to the other side. All right.
Okay. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.